My name is Hannah Williams. I'm 23. Long way from home. And that isn't usually a bad thing, but where I am right now, I never asked for this. In fact, the more I think about it, the more this is giving me a horror vibe, which isn't so bad usually, though I find it great when I'm not involved. They put myself and 3 others involved into what they've advertised as this competition, and yet details are vague, adding more to the horror. I have zero idea on how this will end. I have zero idea on how I'm going to get out. But, if I have to hope, the idea of someone shutting down this Earthwatch would be a miracle for me.
Liam Catterson, Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup, Cassandra Haswell in The Catterson Chronicles, Series 5, Episode 1, Earthwatch, written by Liam Catterson.
Liam, I've got a question. Is this interplanetary platform supposed to be this dead?
Oh! Looks like I was a way off.
So, it wouldn't kill you to do a bit of research before landing here. I'm sad. I was looking forward to intergalactic fast travel as a nice little getaway.
Yeah, consider me surprised too. I would have assumed funding wouldn't be an issue here, and yet here we are. Abandoned. Looks it too like someone missed the memo on keeping this place spring clean. Maybe we can do some prying for the good exploration. Oh. Well, ain't that interesting? There's life signs in this base.
Then what's the idea for these hallways to be lifeless? Unless... hostage situation?
Well, if true. At least this emptiness isn't the norm. That's it though. I feel like these hallways should be swimming with life, and here we are. In fact, it feels like these hallways haven't been disturbed for a long time.
All the more reason to have a look around a seemingly dead ship.
Something isn't right. These life signs. There's a delay.
Concerning. What's with the delay?
I'm not sure. There's also the matter of the distance between us and these delays. Now, is it a two-way difference, or are different areas on this ship delayed at different intervals?
That second option. Maybe there could be a time dilation. Though there wasn't any black holes to throw time off for us.
Maybe you're right. Would explain why this lower level floor feels abandoned. If I can link the Orbis to the neural unit whilst we travel across the floors, we can bring it up to us in the past or the future. I am feeling a disturbance of time even by wandering around this bottom floor. Slowly the seconds pass.
Okay. I don't suggest we trail off from each other. We could be days apart. Maybe weeks.
Only if one of us moves upwards. There's no way to figure out how disjointed time is from the top floor to the bottom floor, and there's 5 floors to navigate. We can get a good read of the gap between the floors. Currently, it's the year 6034. It's been a while since I've been here, but I assume the panels are scattered across the interplanetary platform on all floors.
And it keeps getting creepier.
Hello? We mean no harm. We know there are people here. If you're one of those people, we're here to help. Promise. It's okay. We're just here to help if there's any distress. Pinky promise.
Oh, really? You're not really doing that? Oh. Oh, Liam, I don't think that was one of the life signs you picked up.
No, apparently it is. But I understand your concerns. It's like a drone.
Do you think it's friendly?
I don't imagine it is, but hey, it's worth a shot. I'm no threat to you. What's your name? Hobby? Favorite color? Oh! Yeah, I think I was right! Run!
Okay. I'm guessing either those drones don't like strangers, or there's something going on.
No, but there's something off about those drones, too. They still reported life signs.
Wait, you don't think...
What was it you said about something more going on? Seemed to indicate organic parts. Oh, I'm seriously hoping that wasn't all the life signs pinging the Orbis.
Well, there is an elevator. We were gonna take it anyways. Can't expect to be down here all day long.
"25 days. We're all still here. All 4 of us. We're still in the dark over what to do. How can we be here for 3.5 weeks with no understanding of what to do? All 4 of us were just beamed. No warning, nothing. Competition my ass. It's a kidnapping. So, whoever is listening, the joke's over. Let us out, or I'm taking action."
What action is that? We're just going to have to be patient. Maybe they're giving us a 30-day free trial or something to enjoy our time here. It's not exactly that bad.
Bam! You're dead. Are you really that naive to believe they'll leave us in the dark and expect us not to think something suspicious is going on when we're essentially kidnapped in the first place?
I mean, they did say that we were randomly selected for a reason.
Bullshit! Did I consent to this? I don't even know what an Earthwatch is. And I've seen enough horror movies to know that these worries are over-exaggerations.
See, this is the problem with you lot. You allow what movies and television showcase to consume your mind.
Am I the only one who's concerned that something isn't right? Don't tell me you're drinking the Kool-Aid juice as well.
I don't know how to feel. On the one mind, I get what you're saying, Hannah, but Jaime and Joshua, they're not exactly naive. If there's a reason we're all here, we should push through, right?
Hayden, barely known them for 3 weeks. A month ago, I didn't even know who the hell you all were.
And in these 3 weeks, we've gotten to know each other. This might be a necessity. Get to know each other, our strengths, weaknesses, to work as a team before we're thrown into the thick of it. That way, when the games begin, it'll make things more competitive.
There you go again, allowing media to dictate your mind.
Actually, that's called common logic. But nice attempt.
You were surely inspired by some Hunger Games crap with that motivating defense.
Ha! Now who's the one allowing media to dictate their mentality?
Okay, let's just cool it off for 2 seconds. We're letting this get to our heads. Maybe Josh has a point. We might just need to get to know each other. How about, instead of coming up with superstitions, we wait for something to come up?
Attention! After 25 days, we can finally begin. We've been waiting to see when you would all face division. And whilst this took longer than predicted, we can't deny how impressed we are. 4 strangers occupying a room. Fractures imminent. Or so I thought. Until now.
Hey, this isn't even our fault. Hannah started it. She got impatient.
Oh, shut it.
We're not interested in who instigated what. These challenges will spread through various days. They could be back to back. They could be days apart. All that matters is failure is not an option. Elimination will be the result to a failing party.
What the hell?
Well, they don't call it a competition if everyone wins. Bring it on.
Survive the first obstacle to proceed. Anyone who stumbles first will be eliminated.
That's it? That's all we're left with?
Oh, don't even dare complain. This is essentially what you've wanted.
Hey, did you listen to what I said, or were you so caught up in your conspiracy theorist beliefs? I did not volunteer to be here! I want out and to find out why I was selected out of 8 billion from our stupid planet.
6, actually.
Just stay put, everyone. I see something.
What? What is it?
You don't see it too?
It's just you, Josh.
No, it's just, well, I haven't dealt with this nightmare since I was a kid.
Great. So we face our worst nightmares. Nice original thought. Just make it go away.
Yeah? How do you propose that?
Ignore it. That annoying voice probably wants you to react to the holograms.
Yeah? When it's the image of your abusive father? Bit of a hard ask.
Are you kidding me? Same with Josh. This is a nightmare I faced as a kid. Clowns.
What? They can't have that information on us.
No, go away. Why the hell is there a Grim Reaper here?
Probably because you feared that as a kid. Look, just keep strong, think happy thoughts, and don't let these images...
No, screw off. We left you. You are no longer a burden in our lives. Huh? Where did he go? Where the hell did he go?
I can't see anything either. Is it over?
That was quick. But we expected this challenge to break you. Someone surely would have broke so quickly. I'm sorry, Joshua, but you may step through the double doors and face elimination.
No, this is ridiculous. How did you know so much about my childhood? I demand to speak to the producers.
Joshua, please, don't resist. You have been eliminated.
Please, Josh. Don't make this hard.
Screw this. This is your fault, Hannah. Learn to keep your mouth shut in future.
And then they were free.
You're not phased whatsoever, are you?
Look, this is a supposed competition. A competition that we all don't know what we're fighting for, and whilst a sinister vibe is still being felt with what you all went through, there's something seemingly to fight for. With all that said, how they get a read on our fears that stem from childhood.
Hold on. How did you not get affected?
Well, I don't have anything to fear, so go figure.
That's not true. Everyone fears something. I mean, there has to be something that rattles you. This thing we've just went through, it just seems a bit sad that Josh had a disadvantage. Not exactly a fair competition.
No, that's actually a valid point. If we're in this competition, there's an unfair advantage you've got.
Am I speaking into the void or something? I did not volunteer for this shit show. Oh, come on, you don't suspect that I'm cheating the system, while also trying to highlight the fact that my suspicions is not paranoia. Look, my thoughts on the matter, there's a mastermind behind this whole operation. You can chalk it down to another fixation or media if you want, but someone is trying to pry into our characteristics, our mind. And whilst they can throw challenges at us, I'm going to try and get to the bottom of this.
Ah, now that's more like it. It's looking a bit more vibrant than the first floor. Yeah, this is struggling to detect the Orbis. It's there, and yet it isn't. Okay, we need to crack this mystery and see what is going on. The life signs on this ship surely aren't all corresponding with those drones that we saw.
Well, surely the way forward is the way up.
Yeah, but not until we figure out this time zone malarkey. And here we go. Okay, just what we needed to see. And the year is still 6034. Ah, okay. So we didn't jump through time like I imagined.
I'm assuming you didn't keep note of what month it was back there?
They just had the year displayed, which, on a normal occasion, if one were to visit the interplanetary platform, it would throw some people in a state of confusion. But fear not. I will plug the information of when the Orbis is into this computer with the neural unit, and with the fact, on a natural occasion, all these panels would be linked to the main processor. Hopefully, I'll be able to give these panels a bit of a kick. The information on the neural unit will assess the time dilation, scour the entire platform from where we are right now, and there it should transfer data into the neural unit, where we will be able to get a detailed idea of the time difference on each floor.
That sounds incredibly complicated, even for you.
Not really. It's just that I need to increase power into the neural unit to channel through any firewalls this place might have running. Say hello to the processor, basically. And any additional information, such as information on those drones, would come in handy before we head to the top. I'm not sure if there's going to be many of those drones lurking about, so please keep an eye out if possible.
You know, it's been weeks since you mentioned the elephant in the room.
You can fit many elephants in one room, especially the Orbis.
The crisis. The Eternal is still out of commission, and I know you were trying to find ways around this situation. You know she's going to strike back one day. It's only a matter of when.
Yeah. But for now, it's not our priority. I'll tell you what, the moment the Hollow or anyone tied to the Eternal shows up again, I'll put my mind back onto that focus. Until then, all I can do is create ideas on how to potentially defeat her for good.
I just don't want you to drive yourself tired trying to find a way. Some nights you've pulled what is considered an all-nighter.
You forget that Orcellians, we're not really fussed when it comes to sleep, though it's fine if you enjoy the concept. Also, I'm still trying to get the hang on cracking into the multiverse and gathering other forces who could be beneficial to the crisis. The Orbis is being a bit stubborn in doing so.
I just want to make sure everything's okay. Where there were big risks before, they'll just get worse if she returns.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. What the hell? The information here... The further we go up, the more we go back in time. The bottom floor is calculated to be 200 days in the future.
So, what would the rest of the ship be like? Is each floor 200 days apart?
It's still processing. The calculations on the Orbis is assessing the results on where the Orbis is at and where we are. It should give us an update on the floors above soon, but I imagine with us being 200 days apart, the further we go up, the gap will be shorter.
Liam! 2 more of those drone things, and you're looking more energized.
You really couldn't leave me be for a few moments. Ow! Okay, we're moving. Jade, take the lift up!
We can take them out now.
Rather not risk anything until we get a better read on this place. Move! Where are you? Ow! Oh!
Day 50. Hayden's gone. It's just me and Jaime. She's not the most gracious company, but I think I'm pulling her to my side. After Joshua left, we couldn't shake the feeling that something was up. Before he was removed for illness, Hayden said he had something to show me, and yet, searching his room, I can't find anything.
It's been 5 days since we lost Hayden. I'm worried about what's happened to him.
Whatever the outcome is, it's a punishment. What punishment that is, I dread to think. I'm keeping all options open.
I don't want to say it. The thought is just horrifying. Look, I know we've known each other for just under 2 months, but it makes me scared what's happened to him. What could happen to us?
You know, just under a month ago, you weren't exactly wanting to show any sign of worry.
Right, I should just keep my cool that everything you've suggested about this Earthwatch program, being sinister behind the scenes and the impact of what could have happened to Hayden and possibly Joshua, could be far worse than imagined. Yeah, no, I'm not hungry, Tony.
No, it's okay. We'll eat. Trust me. We just need the forks or knives, something sharp. Sharp enough to override the cameras in here. The beauty of them not monitoring us at the moment is once I disable the cameras, they'll send their drones out, and we take them out of commission. Sneak out. Find the mastermind of this operation.
Okay, I like your enthusiasm. Here is a list of reasons why you're way optimistic. We don't know where this mastermind would be located. We don't know how many of those drones are hovering around this place. And let's not forget Josh's outburst where they threatened to knock him out. And our impending deaths if we do get caught. We've just talked a moment ago about how Hayden is probably dead for finding out too much.
Listen, Jaime. We're probably going to be dead either way, given how messed up these past 50 days have been in total. At least here we have a chance to die fighting rather than just be lambs, waiting for their silence.
Oh, I don't suppose I have a choice. Just be quick.
Okay, camera's no longer operational. Now we wait.
Oh, we heard the camera's power down. We think they might be faulty, though you both seem to be worse. Wow, that was easy.
The hell?
Hannah, let's go!
Yeah, but look, that's a human brain. These drones, they've got human brains implanted into them.
Okay, I know it sounds like I lack care, but I'm gonna guess more of these drones will be coming. We can find a safe area before figuring out where to go from here, and we'll discuss this. Come!
Human brains, Jaime. I hate to jump to these kind of conclusions, but...
Then don't. Until we get some answers, let's not allow those thoughts to distract us.
Wait, who the hell are you both?
Whoa! Hello?
Are you both behind all this? Answer the question, who the hell are you both?
Behind what? We're just looking for signs of distressed life. I'm guessing, judging from your reactions.
More of those drones. We need to get into hiding. We're heading for the ringleader of this place. Assuming it isn't you.
Why would it be? What did I just say?
Sorry, it's it's difficult to determine who I can trust at the moment. With what I've just gone through, especially with what those drones are. Now move!
Empty room. Will that stop them from having a look in here?
What was that?
Oh, don't be so worried. I've made sure this room will not be accessible for those drones, hiding it from their programming. They won't think to look here. So, introductions. I am Liam Catterson. This is my girlfriend, Jade Coraxis. We landed here on my ship with the intention of having a nice getaway. Instead, we're exploring a sinister scenario.
So you're both none the wiser about what's been going on? The truth about those drones that were following us?
Well, we have a bit of an idea. But I am imagining you both know about the fact that they're carrying organic parts, seemingly.
We smashed one of the drones and a human brain spilled out onto the floor. It was horrific. It gets worse. There were 4 of us, and we're all in this competition, as they called it. You always get psychos who sugarcoat a horror scenario as something harmless like a competition. And I didn't sign up for anything of the sort. Neither did Jaime, or... Anyways. I worry that the brains inside these drones... I think they were on this Earthwatch competition. Like I said, there were 4 of us, and one of them, before they got eliminated from the competition. They were onto something. I had my suspicions about this place for a while, but the suspicions grew, and Hayden... He said he was going to talk to me and Jaime the following morning. Next thing you know, he had to take an absence from the competition.
So what we're looking at is... those brains belonged to people who partook in this Earthwatch program. But what is Earthwatch if there are more than, 2 drones?
What's on your mind?
See, I don't know if landing here in the future created a fixed point. In terms of drones that we've seen so far, we've seen 1 on the bottom floor, 1 on the second, and then there were 2 trailing us before we hit here. That makes 4.
Yeah. But the one on the bottom floor doesn't necessarily mean it's always been there and never changed floors.
Wait, circle back on the part you said landing here in the future.
See, you had your curiosities, as did we. But there's something more going on here. We landed on the interplanetary platform in the future, and time is out of sync. We took the elevator up to the 2nd floor and we found out that we travelled 200 days in the past. The numbers kept getting smaller to each other. Floor 3 turned out to take us 100 days to where we are at right now. Floor 4, 50 days. All the way up to right now on the top floor. But as I mentioned, there are 4 drones. And you said that the 4 of you were competing on this Earthwatch.
You're not suggesting that in the future we become them?
Can't say for certain. I need to know, though, if this is the first time that this Earthwatch program has occurred, and why this program is occurring. So many questions. So much to focus on.
So let's take the fight to the top brass. Ironically, there are 4 of us, and as long as we keep our wits about us, we can try and take down any other drones there are. I know, given the fact that they might carry the brains of those we know, it is a bit macabre, but it seems like they're not the people that we know about.
Wait, we did take out one of the drones. If your theory is correct, doesn't that mean that the future is changed somehow?
I like you. That is a good point. The problem is, however, that we won't know unless we somehow travel downstairs, even to the next floor down. But the focus isn't on that for the moment. The future will most likely change if we stop whoever's calling the shots here.
I'm going to need your neural unit. If what you suggested is going to happen, I'd hate to think of the possibilities of us losing the Orbis forever hitting us.
Well, I guess we're going from 4 to 3.
Oh, no worries. I'm sure what we'll be dealing with isn't going to be my greatest obstacle that I have faced. I'll be fine. I promise. Take care, Jade. It might be a bit of a wait given how it may be affected by the dilation, but when done, be cautious if you are to rejoin me. We don't know what we'll be dealing with. Come on then! So I've managed to find the person you're wanting to confront. This should be the direction to where they're located. Now, whatever happens, no matter the understandable hatred you may have, don't do anything rash. I don't want the pair of you to suffer as well, like your friends did.
Friends is a bit of a strong assessment to describe Hayden and Joshua.
Jaime, come on.
I mean, it's true. Sure, we were trapped in the same room for God knows how long, but it's not like we agreed to stay in touch afterwards.
What about you? You're still tight-lipped about this whole situation and how you're involved.
Well, like I said, the intent was a nice getaway. Turns out you can't get your own way according to the universe. Now, look, I know you can vocalize your good intentions, and it's going to be a case of actions speaking louder than words, but I am willing to help you both, and also help you both get some answers.
Oh, I'm starting to believe that. My issue is what's going to happen when things go sideways.
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Literally. When you do what I do, confidence is a must if you want to win.
Yeah? What is it exactly that you do, if I may ask?
If things don't go sideways... What was it that I said about actions speaking louder than words? Okay. This is the director's office. Whatever happens, stay by my side.
Hannah and Jaime are not in the Earthwatch area? How is this possible? Ugh. There has to be a way to salvage this. I cannot allow failure to be an... Oh. I didn't imagine you both would get this far. Wait. Who the hell is this?
Oh, someone who is full of surprises, and, to be fair, arriving here to begin with provided me with quite a few shocks.
Sadly, it changes nothing in our plan. To ensure no escapes are planned.
Oh, we don't plan on escaping. We do plan on getting answers and dealing with you. Tell me, what did you do with Hayden and Josh?
And who the hell are you? What kind of joy do you get out of tormenting us?
Well, I guess introductions are in order. Markus, this interplanetary platform, very nice place, and a shame it was abandoned. But nevertheless, I had to conduct my operation on such a fine, yet lonely platform. As far as information, I believe that's as far as I'll go. I don't believe you're both in position to interrogate me. This is my operation, and you will adhere to me. So first off, I will ask the questions, and then I will reveal the fate of those worthless allies you had. How did you get on board my ship?
I think you're the one who needs to answer the questions around here. These two women, they got abducted from their homes without consent, with no idea what was going on. Now, I haven't the faintest idea on what the connection is, but you took them from their home, made them vulnerable, made them partake in a ridiculous homage to reality shows, terrible concept by the way, and to add insult to injury, you've done something to two people that they knew. And I think we know what, so they nor I will be answering any questions. You will know your place and listen.
Very amazing speech. As I said, you're in no position to interrogate me. I only need one person for this plan to work. That's a nice bow you have there. But if I recall, the speed difference between a bullet versus an arrow doesn't favor your odds whatsoever.
I will do what I must if you harm them. You said you only needed one person alive. You don't mind killing Hannah or Jaime. I bet you're not against the idea of harvesting their brains and putting them in cybernetic drones.
What?
Don't play pretend confusion. It's an amateur trick.
Oh, what a lovely assumption. I can see why you'd be in the mindset. Oh, did I say mindset?
This isn't funny. You're a monster for harvesting their brains.
Are you dumb or deaf? Did my laughter suggest that you caught me and I held no regret in my actions? As I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted, there's no blame for seeing why I would opt to such a strategy. Once their physical usefulness would expire, it would indeed be such a waste to allow such a marvelous thing like the human brain to expire.
If you're suggesting that the drones, that they're not Josh and Hayden,
You'd be correct.
What did you do with Hayden and Josh?
I am the one asking the questions! If I have to shoot one of you to get the point across, I shall do so. Maybe I shall shoot the intruder, who still has been evasive against my question.
fine. If it will stop you from getting trigger happy, maybe you've heard of me. Maybe you haven't. My name is Liam Catterson, an Orcellian. Now, I got on here in the Orbis in the future with the ship being affected by a time dilation. Neat trick, by the way. I arrived upstairs, helped these two who were under distress. That's your story.
So, you're Liam. Oh, I have been hearing whispers about you. Mentions of the nuisance you provide.
Ah, always great to have a neat reputation about myself.
He answered your question. Now tell us what happened to Hayden and Josh if they're not those drone things.
Also, what are those drones? Because when I scanned them, they registered as human, so if they are not their friends, who are they?
Artificial minds, compressed in a shell for a drone. Human brains are so fragile. Added risk. When you're piloting this platform all by yourself, having a little extra help to maintain this place is something you need to value. So I made use of my technology expertise and created artificial minds and drones that would act as my legion, my followers, listening to every command I may have and staying loyal to me.
Pretty sad life you must lead. Only acts of devotion stem from artificial minds.
Like you can talk about how lonely life can be. I have reports about the pair of you, which allowed me to pluck you from your retrospective Earths and initiate this project.
As in, different Earths?
Yes, Liam. Surely you should be more aware of your multiversal crisis. I know it's something you're involved with.
You said you've heard whispers about me. You know this crisis I'm a part of, and different Earths have been involved. Who has been in contact with you?
Oh, I can happily inform you about my boss. She is willing to get back against you.
The Eternal.
There we go. It pains me to know who you are, because it means you acting out of line prevents me from killing you. But that doesn't stop me from killing both of these friends that will crush your hearts should something bad happen to them.
But you need one of them alive! You said it!
Exactly. I need one alive. The other can be indisposed, if needs be. Added with the fact that I think the Eternal will provide a grand reward to me if I turn you in, rather than proceeding with this plan. There was never going to be a positive outcome for whoever succeeded with Earthwatch.
Look, I will come willingly. Just let these two live! They have so much to fight for. You don't need to kill them.
That wasn't part of the agreement. If you're still willing to come along, I can happily have these two killed.
You monster! Hayden and Josh, they're both dead, you monster!
In a sense, I'll entertain you with the reality of what happened to them, to prepare potentially one of you on what will happen. It's a process I am sure you're familiar with, where the host of the sacrifice becomes consumed by this creature made of antimatter, so that person can become something called the Hollow. Corpses coated in antimatter, serving the purpose of the Eternal. Now at least one of you will pursue that journey.
You're sick. Hannah? Jaime? I'm sorry. What do you see in her, What does helping the Eternal benefit you?
Because I know the end is coming. And whilst you paint the idea that her methods are destructive and cruel, it's something I can align with. No hesitation. I do not care for life aside from my own. When I sent Josh and Hayden to their demise, conflict was non-existent. As long as I follow the orders instructed to me, my survival is ensured.
Except it isn't. Okay, suggest to yourself that what I have to say could be shunned to the side, but I am fighting for all of survival. And that could include yours. You might not value human life, fine, but she won't care for you. When all is said and done, she will throw you to the wolves. Heck, even if you succeed, you're not going to live to tell the story of your success, because she will have no more use for you in her vision of her ultimate paradise.
And if that's the case, then I'll die by achieving something for a great cause. You don't get it. She is the one true God. The Eternal will repair the fractures all these infinite Earths have caused. Your version of evil is a view without total understanding. Thinking that she's simply eliminating all life. A singular universe is all that is needed. The alternative is... everything ends.
Oh, for crying out loud, you're so hooked on her ideals that it's blinding common sense! Everything will end if she wins! I don't know how much she's convinced you that her dream was a paradise for the issues surrounding the multiverse, but in the end, it will only be herself and the Hollowed surviving at essentially the end of time. You can still walk away from this. Choose the higher road.
My ideals aren't changing. Now, I am growing tired of you stalling me for proceeding in my plan. What is it going to be?
I won't let you harm them!
One life, or both? What does your heroic heart suggest to be the better option?
Please!
I'll do it.
Hannah, don't!
Look, if this assures that I don't drag Jaime down with me.
Look, there has to be another way, okay? I don't want you throwing your life away. You surely have so much to live for.
Yeah, Hayden and Josh did too. Heck. Probably had a better life going for them than I do. I'll do this. But you free the pair of them and let them go.
For safety assurance, so they don't do anything untoward, the process will take place, and then, once complete, they'll go. In the meantime, I'll have Josh and Hayden, 2 drones to have them restrained, so there's no sneak attack performed on me.
So you're seriously gonna force us to watch her die?
It's not the typical death you would imagine. Her body will still be alive, but something will be taking control in her brain. Something beneficial to the Eternal. Though Hannah Williams will no longer exist. Now, this might hurt just a little. We are overwriting your mind with something else. Something more powerful. I imagine losing a sense of your identity you grasped onto, since you first came into the world you were from, would be traumatic to see you go away.
Is there really nothing you can do?
Not at the moment. The bow is on the floor. I can't even move my hands, even if I have my neural unit with me. Oh.
What, is that good?
Well, I handed the neural unit off to... Oh, she is surely here.
Wait, we're free.
Yeah, shh. Okay, don't do anything. He did try to make sure a sneak attack wasn't going to happen. Sadly, he doesn't know my fiancée.
Phase 1 processing. Earth has been locked.
What is this? What is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The process is in operation. Soon, my queen. She'll be ready.
I heard you like tormenting people. Well, let's see how you like it when you're on the inflicted side.
Jade, thank you. I'm going to rescue Hannah.
Oh no! I'm not allowing you to ruin all this! How did you do that?
Mind your business. That's how. Liam, how's it going?
I'm trying! This process is tricky to unlock!
Please.
You can't! It needs my handprint to stop the process!
What are you doing to her?
Mind your business!
That's it.
Get off my head!
So here's the deal. Either you turn off the machine by your own accord, or you lose a hand.
You can't force me to do something I don't want to!
Oh, poor me. When it's you that's being targeted, poor me. When you're being forced to do something you don't want to, but when it's Hannah or Jaime, must be fine, right?
I won't do it!
I did warn you.
No! No, you can't do this!
For a second there, I thought you were going to slice his hand off.
I figure 2 seconds of getting to know him, he's already giving me a psychotic vibe. You would encourage me to actually do it. Doing this will break his heart, if he has one.
My machine! My project! My drones! Attack them all! Kill them all! What are you waiting for? Execute all of them!
Oh yeah. Whilst I quietly made my way around this room, I found a way to deactivate the link between yourself and your drone friends. They're done listening to you, and we're done with your cruelty.
Hey, Hannah, you okay?
Just a little dizzy. A little bit of a headache too. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
You have no idea what you've done.
Really? Huh. Looks to me that, whilst not ideal in terms of execution, I managed to shut down this party.
She's going to kill me! She can't accept failure!
Well, she's gonna kill you anyways, like I said! However, if you take my hand, I can place you somewhere away from her. I can offer you safety.
Hello? You are aware he's responsible for deaths and abduction, torture, to name a couple of the things he's done.
I'm aware. But I'm also aware of the possibility he was brainwashed to do her bidding. At least this is a chance for freedom.
No! She is persistent! She will undo her failures from existence! She will peel the flesh away from those who cause a setback! I am devoted to her cause! And so, I will serve my penance to the Eternal!
Markus, don't!
He
He blew his own head off. That's the influence of the Eternal.
What if she never brainwashed him? What if he saw something in her?
There are only a couple of people who would be willing to join the Eternal. Especially those with power hoping for longevity following the crisis. Markus was a pawn in the game of the Eternal, and so he sacrificed himself in the name of his queen. Hannah, are you okay?
Well, yeah. Thank you so much. I owe so much to you. Do you know exactly what he wanted to do to me? The computer said something about Earth being locked. What does that mean?
Right, so you're both from different Earths. We live in a multiverse that is currently dying. He said your planet was locked. Earth 10. Oh, no. Whatever he was trying to do to you, it kicked in a protocol that would lock Earth 10. What that means is nobody can access it. Nobody can arrive there, nobody can leave. It's shielded off from the rest of creation.
Well, can it not be unlocked? Surely there's a method he used that we can undo. Right? Right?
Under normal circumstances. The process he used to impact your planet, it's not something I can undo, at least for the time being. But maybe if I transfer the coding into the neural unit, I'll be able to work my magic in the Orbis and hope that the extra power might give me more freedom to help you out.
So what does that mean for my Earth?
Well, it's okay, for the time being. Markus only locked Hannah's Earth as a result of whatever he was doing to Hannah, which I'll need to scan you to see if there's any lingering effects inflicted on you, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. I guess that is. Last thing I want is to slowly transform into some kind of monster.
What's happening to those drones he commanded?
The future downstairs will change, I imagine, if those drones were operated by him. Which, speaking of, there is the mystery of the time dilation. As in, what was Markus operating that for?
Liam, you're not going to like this. It wasn't him.
What?
Well, he did take advantage of the time dilation this platform was under the effects of. But when bringing the Orbis back to the top floor, I was able to go behind the scenes of this place, and it's part of the platform's features.
That shouldn't be right. I mean, it's a complex process. You're telling me it didn't stem from Markus, and it existed prior to his apprehension of this place?
Well, it gets more interesting. Why there was nobody on board wasn't just the mapped out future that Markus could have created, but the interplanetary platform was still in its early days. Markus sought to beat out any potential investors to the punch and claim this station as his.
But any impacts he may have had are gone, if this is the earliest point in time.
Correct. Those drones, out of commission. His body will need to be taken care of, but I can assign medics to arrive at a distress signal.
Sorry, you mentioned you both arrived here on a ship.
Ah, yes, okay. I can let you both have a little bit of a sneak peek on how I arrived here out of the blue. Ah, hello. Oh, I bet you felt so lost whilst I was many hundreds of days away from you.
Sorry, is he talking to that?
That is how I got here in the first place. It's my ship, the Orbis. Now, I am departing. However, you could both travel with me.
Hold on. Travel?
What, as in planet to planet?
That and time and space. The Orbis is a time machine. And an additional perk for the time being, can travel not just any time or place in this universe, but any of the infinite numbers out there. You don't have to. But it's been a long time, and I thought, why not throw out the invitation?
Time and space. Oh, wow. You were not over-exaggerating. Oh, what you just said, this Orbis can do that.
Well, I believe there is this old Earth saying, might be familiar on both your Earths. You never know unless you try. So, fancy a trip?
It is tempting, but I don't think I could. What happened here, that was enough for me. I'd like to go home and spend some time with my family and friends, probably get myself drunk so I can forget about this whole nightmare. There is a way off from here. I figured I came here, I can do the reverse.
Markus's equipment accounts for that. I can show you the controls if you like.
It's okay. Should be easy enough to figure out, having a quick glance at it. I'll be right back. I'd hold on tight.
Thank you. And it was great to know you, Hannah, even if things were a bit rocky. Thank you for everything.
So, what about you?
It's funny. You know, I would sometimes look at the stars with my partner, thinking about the great beyond. Anything out there could be ours to imagine, because we never get to travel the universe. And you're saying you have the means for that. Why me?
You seem great.
I seem great?
Well, I'll be honest. It's been a long time since I've offered this chance to a human.
Wait, are you and that girl not human?
Far from it. But if you want, you can step inside my world, see the stars, and, well, you wouldn't have to imagine anymore.
Well, there's also the idea that I don't have much of a choice. My Earth is locked away, so I guess I can't go back there.
But if your world wasn't...
You know, I think my answer would be the same. I would love to so much. It's not always this dangerous, is it?
It can be quite hectic. But saving you, being what people believe to be the actions of a hero, it's what I always strive for.
Jaime, her name was? She's been sent back to her world. What's to happen with Hannah?
So how can she do that?
Long story. I do want to speak to my partner in private, if that's okay.
You're doing it, aren't you? I'm proud.
I'm worried.
Liam, you have this. It's understandable you took some time away from traveling with a human companion, but this is a big step forward.
She reminds me of someone. I can't put my mind on it, but I don't know. She must be a doppelganger of someone I've encountered, being from Earth 10, reminding me of someone. Though I don't think there's anything up with her.
Follow that gut. Only if you're ready. Because I know this is an important matter for you.
Oh, I'm ready. Hey, if I'm gonna go out...
No. Just... no. I said we're going to find a way around this.
I'm kidding. You know, the whole bucket list thing that we really don't adhere to because, well, we're so used to cheating death.
Well, I'm gonna let you two have some fun.
You're not coming.
I'll let you both have fun across the stars whilst I keep an eye out on things with the crisis. I need to get in contact with a few mutual friends of ours. It's been too quiet for a long time in regards to the Eternal. Besides, I want you and Hannah to build a great relationship. I want you to be distracted from the crisis and become a friend to her. She's all alone right now. She seems willing to travel with you. You need this too. Besides, I'm not going to be gone for too long.
Only if you're sure.
Positive. I, at least, have the means of transporting to our Earth from here. You got this, lovely. I'll see you again. And I love you.
I love you too.
So, girl ain't joining you again? We didn't have a disagreement.
Oh no, it's okay. She's just giving us some time.
I don't want to push her away.
Oh no, this was her choice. let's just say she wanted to be considerate for the both of us. So, final confirmation. You want to travel the stars with me?
Heck yeah!
Then, Hannah Williams, welcome aboard.
Oh my... How? How the hell is this possible? What kind of magic is this? Oh wow, but this was just a red cylinder outside. Oh my...
Dimensional transcendence. Or to put it in simple terms, it's bigger on the inside. You are safe here, and you always will be.
So pretty. And you came to this station in here?
Well, it's not perfect, can be temperamental, but it's my ship. My lovely, superb everything. And to reaffirm, it can travel anywhere in space and time.
This is a massive dream.
And dreams can become reality. So what do we say? Let's leave this place, see the stars, the great beyond.
Can I ask, can you really bring my planet back? I mean, it's locked away, but can you do something about it?
Hannah, I will not let you lose that Earth. I will do anything and everything to ensure it survives. I don't know how or when, but I will do my best to find a way.
Thank you, truly. I suppose I best make the most of this opportunity. So where should we start?
In Earthwatch, Liam Catterson was played by Liam Catterson. Jade Coraxis was played by Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup. Hannah Williams was played by Cassandra Haswell. Jaime was played by Scarlett Bobbi. Markus was played by Thomas Baxter. Joshua was played by Theodore Butler. Hayden was played by Dorian Jianu-Gerocs. Next time on the Catterson Chronicles.
I feel thrilled to land in what looks to be an English countryside.
There's a man that roams this place, Mandalay, every night.
Rebecca!
He should have only appeared at night. This is the first time I've seen him emerge in the daylight.
Your daughter is in danger! Come back!
Oh, I'm not dealing with this beast!
How can a door be in the middle of a forest?
Ah! Get over me! Help!
No, Hannah!
Hey, Leon, you might want to take a look at this.
Hannah Williams. I am impressed! Why was it called Mandalay, by the way?